The Nile is like the stories.
Rich culture.
The memories and families.
Touch me on a level I cannot explain. The Nile serves millions of beings, under the water, and also all the millions of people that actually depend on it.
It's always been, embedded in the literature and the music and in the arts and in the fabric of the whole cultural elements. And then it's always been a sense of inspiration, pride. It embodies a lot of symbolic meanings.
There's a certain peace and a certain sense that you get of the stories that come along with it, and how far it has flowed, the lives it has touched as it flows.
They have a relationship of give and take with the Nile. They're living next to the Nile, they use it for agriculture, they use it for daily needs of getting water, washing their dishes, irrigating their lands, and even in some customs or traditions, in circumcisions and weddings, the Nile is visited and people dip their feet in the Nile.
There is almost a certain energy that runs through this whole river and connects the people and the communities.
And many of my friends, they drink the water from the Nile. They use that water to survive. So without the Nile, they wouldn't be there. So I feel grateful. Africa is what it is, thanks to the Nile.
We look at different countries in Africa as a continent. We have really rich histories, and there are very many similarities that kind of cut across all the countries. A lot of traditions that have died off, but that are also present in everyday life.
I can clearly see the resemblance in the way how people act and how people interact with each other, and then how they carry themselves, how they communicate. But I think for me the most important thing is like how, the humanness of the people than the specific cultures.
Across the Nile Basin, we do not have a platform that connects civil society, that connects citizens, and enable opportunities of transboundary nature to emerge.
How then can we collaborate? How then can we, build a community of communities?
I was just very curious to connect from people from other countries, and I think for me as a member of a civil society, this connection to a regional civil society from the Nile Basin countries is already a great expectation.
Being a very neutral vehicle can support the connection of all these Nile countries.
Not only to resolve conflicts or to avoid conflicts that might arise, but also to further, create development and have a sustained, peace around the whole region.
Regarding the process which unfolded throughout these last 7 days, where the diversity which was present in the whole seed camp became more visible as a strength and as a source we can tap into, rather than something which is separating us.
What could the Nile Forum look like? How could it operate?
and also what would it work on?
So when I think about the forum, if it's coming from a place of service, there needs to be like the Nile,
So it's an open platform.
a supporting mechanism for all these people that have ideas but don't have a place to either promote them or find a way to disseminate what they're already doing. We're opening doors for these projects in a sense that allows the local impact to be scaled.
We as Africans can actually write the new story of humanity.
A humanity that both allows the uniqueness and the difference of each of us, but also transcends this and creates a unified notion that we can all be of one tribe.
After the end of this camp, we are one. Africa is one.
And the stories that we share, we want to share with the world, because now that we have this knowledge and we know the stories and we know the history of what happened to the people, we can't just let it reoccur and pretend like this history never existed.
And I'm calling upon people out there to support initiatives like this, because this is the only way we can unite Africa.